Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. If you want a shirt like this, you know where to go. It's a retro shirt from the 90s for Inter. You know where to go, okjersey.com. Scan the QR code in front of you and actually go and get your shirt. Actually, they got new windbreakers that are absolutely phenomenal. They ship to a lot of places in the world, of course, so go and check them out. They got a lot of winter clothes as well. We got a big surprise, me and Hussam, coming up actually soon for OK Jersey, but go and check them out. And Liam Rosenior wants to copy Mikel Arteta and actually stay his course at Chelsea. But what about the game tomorrow? Actually, can they win the game? Palmer needs to step up, actually. There's not enough talks about Cole Palmer, that he needs to actually start leading these teams back to the glory days, to be the standout player, of course. And Arsenal with Kai Havertz, now Gyokeres is going to be stepped aside. There is a war going on between people that are back in Gyokeres and people that are not back in Gyokeres, of course. I know Michael Carrick has joined Manchester United, but Xabi Alonso is on the menu for Manchester United, also for Liverpool. But surprise, surprise, he's on the menu for Manchester City, actually, which is they spoke with him 2 years ago about joining Man City, but he said he wanted to stay one more year at Bayern Leverkusen. Manchester City play Newcastle tonight, and I want to get your predictions. Everyone in the chat now, please hit that like button. We got 300 people in the house. Sam is late as usual. He's going to be joining us momentarily, but it's all right. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I want to get your predictions for the Man City Newcastle game first. But we're going to start actually talking about Arsenal-Chelsea game. How important is this game? How's everyone doing first? Dennis, Couch, how are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Your top left. Number one, your camera looks so freaking crisp. It's unbelievable, bro.
Okay.
Like, look at this.
Just try to keep up
Guys,
with you, man.
Look at this, guys.
Just try to keep up with you. Make myself look good like you do, man. Look at the beautiful shine off your face, man. Beautiful jersey with 1 star on it, unlike the Chelsea jersey with 2. But go on.
Yeah, but this star is before we won number 20. That was in the 90s.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so you guys
in the 90s there was no Chelsea.
Oh yes,
they do a star for 10 league titles, right?
In the 90s,
see this guy? You see this guy right there?
In the 90s,
that was 90s.
In the 90s, used to get the managers that actually coach the teams, the Viallis, the Ravanellis, the Rudhullets, guys.
There you go.
Yeah, no, you think I don't know these guys? Oh, bro, Chelsea in the 90s, Chelsea had like about, like 20,000 fans in England, and that's about it at that time. And they used to fill half the stadium, and the rest would be like, if someone's passing through London, they'll get a ticket, you'll go to watch the games and stuff like this. At that time, I think your rivals were QPR, if I'm not mistaken, at that time.
No, you're very wrong.
Wasn't it QPR at that time?
Even then, we got 40,000 at Main Road.
Are you listening to this jargon and expect that you actually believe that? Like, you actually believe that? Are you listening to this and believing it, Kel? Come on. I thought you're better than that. Kel, you're looking cold, too, man. Is that a Cole Palmer salute, man? What's your sweater? What's that jacket you got on there? Is that for Cole?
No, this is my Sansa Stark gear.
Okay.
Queen of the North.
Queen
I'm
of the
going to tell you
North.
guys something for real. I swear to God, and that is not a diss, okay? Wallahi, and I swear by the God, okay? I did not know that there is another team in Manchester called Manchester City until about 2005. And that is not a diss. I didn't know. I didn't know that.
To be fair, you only started watching the Premier League in
since the 90s, Chelsea weren't mugs. Chelsea used to come like they weren't mugs because they had
football, man.
They weren't mugs. Like in the 90s, I'm not saying that Man City were mugs, but during the time when the Premier League actually became famous, right? Man City weren't the club on the. Like when they used to do the highlights when I was young in Saudi Arabia and then in Egypt, they didn't, like Man City weren't in the picture. It was Arsenal, it was Man United, it was Newcastle with Alan Shearer and these guys. It was Newcastle, it was Liverpool, of course. But Man City weren't on the menu. I'm just going to be completely honest. Guys, can we get the likes up a little bit? We should start with the game tomorrow. How confident are the Chelsea boys about their team tomorrow without Caicedo? You got a draw against Man City. Why you're not confident?
No, I'm not confident.
You're putting the stream is down already.
All bets are off once Maresca stepped out the door. Like, all bets are off. I don't know what Chelsea's going to show up. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if this
even with Maresca, you didn't know what Chelsea are going to show up.
Well, I did know that during the big games we're going to be there and we're going to play well. I don't know what we're going to get under this manager. I don't know what to expect from the squad. I don't know how he's going to set us up. Nothing. What I do know is that Arsenal are definitely in the ascendancy in their football. They're playing really good, and that much is assured. So I can't make any predictions on how Chelsea is going to play. So hopefully they show up. It is a home game, and it is one that I'm sure the toxic atmosphere that's been created at the Bridge the last little while with the ownership and the terraces is certainly going to play a part. But guys just got to show up and play.
But surely you have the players to show up again. It doesn't matter who at home against Arsenal. Surely. Yeah,
the players is one thing. The tactics is another, right? Like that's the difference, right? Like we can sit here and say, yes, we have, Enzo Fernandez, we have Reece James, we have all these dudes like Cucurella, all these guys. But ultimately, matches like this are about how your manager sets you up. And I don't know how this guy's going to set us up. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. Like a lot of what we saw, even with the game of the weekend.
I'll be honest,
against Charlton.
Coach is saying is crazy. Everything
it's not crazy at all. It's not crazy
like,
at all.
Everything
is
even
literally
how
high.
with 10 men.
He's
even with Charlton, even with the Charlton game, like everything that I saw, this resembled a Maresca install. It didn't look like that was a Rosignol install. He was this basic, and to be honest, I expect him to be that way as well. Like when you think about it, like he had 2 days on the training pitch. You're not going to do a complete install in 2 days. Yeah. So I would expect him to use a lot of the principles.
But here's the thing, though, he cannot install versus Arsenal as well.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. So it's again how he's going to set us up, and he's going to need a lot more time on the training pitch before we're going to see the truth in his football and the principles that go with it. So I don't know. People saw like minor tweaks. They're saying, oh yeah, look, Santos and Caicedo are closer together now and they're passing to each other. Like, okay, all right. Okay, that's all right, guys. That's what we're doing here. Okay. The passing between Caicedo and Santos is the difference now. That's the tweak that we're seeing. Or the only major tweak that I saw was I never seen Jarell Hato like invert into the number 10 role. And I don't think that he was very good there, to be honest. I thought obviously he scored a banger, but in terms of like the positions that he was occupying, he wasn't really looking to probe the final third. Everything that he did in that position, which is what I did not like, was just look to recycle possession, played it backwards every time he received it. And yeah, he's going to learn as well. But ultimately, like I said before, I don't think that what we're going to see is 100% Rosinha ball. We're going to see something close to what we saw in the league game.
Even if he wants to implement stuff, my point is he won't implement it via Arsenal anyway.
No, I agree 100%. I agree with you.
Can I say something? And Martin can come in for this.
What can Rosinha do, Mo? You're in his position.
Yeah,
now.
I was
all
going
you're
to say.
Gonna do is like Arsenal are really good. Let's try to be more defensively solid. Let's try to set up in a way maybe where we can stop.
But he won't. But he won't.
Like
okay, Chelsea are at home.
The midfield used to do Santos and Enzo and James. That was very formidable against City at the end.
I think that's what they're going to see. You're going to see Enzo in the 10, though. I don't think Cole Palmer.
We couldn't handle that at all. So why not just go with it? It was working.
Pretty sure that's what you're going to see.
So I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think he's at home. I think the dignity and the ego are gonna just come up, right? With him, he's gonna want to win the fans on his side. He ain't gonna. This is what I think is gonna happen in the game.
And the ego.
Yeah, he has
Liam
an ego.
Rosinha and ego in the same statement.
Liam Rosinha speaks with. Actually, I'm gonna say something about this. I watch his press conferences. Very composed, very measured in the way he speaks, right? In the way he responds to questions, right? He's not rash. He's not saying stuff out of the. He's not coming in with shit that is mad. He's not doing the Ten Hag shit with like it has come to an end and we're gonna implement and we're gonna bring United back to the top, right? He's speaking facts. The guy said, if you're at this club, you gotta win, right? You have to win. In my opinion, he spoke a lot, right, about the fans and get behind and the fans get with him. For him to win the fans, it's not only going to be about, I think he's going to want to implement a way where the fans get behind the team and think that they got something on this Arsenal team. He's going to try to play the position thing. The fact that I had to invert it, I didn't watch the whole game. I had it on the side. But I had to invert it in same thing as Kukurea is an absolute load of crap. That shouldn't happen in football matches. But he's going to try to have possession. And I think it's a mistake against Arsenal. They can do it, the players. I'm not saying they cannot do it. Chelsea have the likes of Enzo, Cole Palmer, all these players, Reece as well. And he's going to play Reece James, Enzo Fernandez, and Palmer in the middle, right? Something like this. Or he's going to play Palmer on the side.
I don't think Palmer's going to start, to be honest. I think he's still not quite 100%.
Palmer is going to start on the right side. He has to start Cole Palmer.
I mean, if he's still injured, he's not going to start.
It's not,
I don't think that, like, if it came down to like
Caicedo's out. So Caicedo's red card is out.
If it came down to full fitness, Cole Palmer plays this game without a shadow of a doubt. But given the fact that he's still nursing this injury, I don't know if he's going to be available for 90 minutes. So
I think you should start the game with him.
Maybe.
And then wait. You start the game and see how it goes. I think that he's going to start Palmer on the right. I think he's going to try to dominate position against Arsenal. I think he's going to start to play on the front foot against Arsenal.
What makes you say that?
I think he's at home. There is he has the players to do it. I don't think he's going to defend against Arsenal because I'm going to tell you what. If you defend against Arsenal and lose, it's the end of the world. If you play your style and you play a decent style that the fans will like you knock the ball around, you kind of press Arsenal, you dominate Arsenal. I know that you're taking the risk of losing the game, but if you get a draw, fans will not be upset.
No,
if you defend,
but if you defend and take a draw, it's the same thing, though.
If you defend and take a draw, the fans will be upset.
No, they won't. Like this is.
Why are you defending at home against Arsenal? What are you gonna do away from home?
Again, I keep going back to the same thing. It's not like this is under Maresca. This is a brand new Like this Chelsea side is not going to be what you expect to see from what you saw from Maresca. This manager's new. He's never played in this league before. And I don't think that anyone, if you went to most of the Chelsea supporters right now and they said that, yeah, this game, the first leg, we took a draw, and then we went into the next game with a little bit more of an identity of what this guy wants to do, and then we went at them, it would be a completely different story. But this leg, where you kind of want to just shut up shop and just like be hard to beat, hard to break down, I don't think that any Chelsea supporter would be objecting to nicking a draw in this one, knowing that it's over 2 legs.
Martin, just you can go, leave and come back.
Yeah, because
I'll give it a shot.
we can actually see you clearly, but if you leave it,
We can see you clearly. We can hear you clearly.
Yeah, you guys sound like you're all like in Tron or something to me, so I'm going to try and restart.
We can hear
it.
each other well.
Mhm.
Well, that just might be because I'm sick, but okay.
Guys, with over 400 people here, can we get the lights up a little bit, guys?
Freezing over
Dude,
here.
the flu.
By the way, everyone is ill. By the way,
Fucking
everyone is
migraine,
ill,
I
which
just-
is.
I feel
which is
great.
ridiculous.
What do you mean?
I'm not ill.
You're
I'm
lucky,
good.
man.
I'm
Don't
good,
get
bro.
the flu
I'm
this
good.
year. It's awful.
I'm not ill.
Hell, we have a literal hailstorm. Like there's ice raining outside.
Oh, wow.
Chelsea was a small. Man City was even smaller before 2000. Fair enough. Fair enough. Big up. Fair enough, my man. Martin, can you hear us well now?
Yep, I gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you so
You're
much,
out of the
Magnum,
matrix
for the
now.
super chat. Guys, we need the likes up. We cannot be on 80 likes, and we have almost 450 people here, closing in on 500. Hit that like button.
Did
Go ahead,
I
Martin.
hear? Okay. Did I hear Couch properly? What did you say about you going for a draw?
I didn't say anyone was going for a draw. I said the Chelsea supporters wouldn't be upset if it ended up a draw. after
Depends on the
first leg.
approach. It depends on
Don't
the
you feel like you
approach.
needed
At
to
man.
more
home,
than
that's
a
not a
draw?
good result for you.
Sorry?
I don't think at home that's a good result.
I mean, again, it's not that it's a good result. I don't think that anyone can complain about getting a draw in that result. Just given where we are as a club right now, it's not
I'm
like,
gonna
oh my
give that
God,
Can I
I
ask
can't
you
believe we
something?
drew at home against
Can I ask-
Arsenal.
Can I ask
What
you something
happened?
and all the can I
Where's
ask you
this club
something and all
going?
the Chelsea? Can I ask you guys something and all the Chelsea fans as well? Would that be your feeling if you hired Xabi Alonso? Would that be your feeling if you hired Xabi Hernandez? Like Couch, would you sit
No.
with you wouldn't, right?
No.
So the only acceptance that you have and others have, because I heard Lewis yesterday on Sam's stream. He was like, I believe the team can win, but he literally,
Did you hear what he said?
Maybe-
I don't believe my gaffer. He doesn't know.
but he did exactly what I said. He's like, I don't know this manager. I don't understand that. I don't know how he's gonna set up. So Chelsea get a pass, right? Because Bluco decided to hire Liam Rosenior. That's what
They
I'm
don't
hearing.
get the pass, Habibi.
There's
They
no
get the pass
pass.
to you.
They're playing for
That's what
pride.
I'm hearing. But that's what I'm hearing from the fans.
No, but no.
Well,
that's
the
not-
world
I'm trying to
fans
figure out
don't
what
get
you
it.
mean.
From
They
the
Bro,
gotta-
world.
you guys
I'm
need to
hearing from
understand
Don.
something. Even
I'm
Couch will
hearing
say
from
the
every
same
fan.
stuff as a Chelsea fan. We cannot keep doing this whole pass thing forever. There is no expectation. This guy's a nobody manager, blah, blah, blah. We've done this already like with
Mhm.
like 2-3 times for Chelsea. We ain't going to do the same shit over and over again. No one, once again, just like no one asked Chelsea to spend all this money on kids, we didn't ask them to get Rosenior. That's them decision. We all rated Enzo Maresca. I said in the summer I'd take him over Arteta. I said I'd take him over Slot right now. If Slot is sacked tomorrow, I swear to Allah I would take Maresca. Wallah. I rate Maresca very highly. I think he's a very good coach and he's a very good tactician. I think he's a good manager. I think he was completely treated unfairly. I still think the Semenyo thing has something to do with it, in my opinion, because literally they were linked to Semenyo, and a day later, it's like, oh, the worst 48 hours of my life. Maybe Maresca wanted to sign someone of experience, and Chelsea are like, fuck off, we're going to do stuff our way. We're going to sign 21-year-olds, and you're going to have to deal with it. That's why Rosenior comes in, because he's a good boy, and he's going to listen, and he's just going to do exactly what the board wants. And when but it's the truth though. It's the truth. And when the agent calls and says, "Where is the minute for Andre Santos? And where is the minutes for Garnacho?" He's gonna go like, "Yes, agent, I'm gonna play him next game." That's just because he's a good boy. Because he's a Strasbourg manager. He's never gonna get this opportunity again. And actually, this applies to everyone. So I'm not even mocking Liam Rosenior. I'm just simply talking about a life perspective. I'm gonna mention myself, just so people don't get upset. If I get the opportunity right now to go on an AFTV or to go on a United stand or to go on like the biggest channels in YouTube that I even grew up watching, that I was watching back from when I was in school, I'm not going to give them conditions. I'm not going to go like if If they ask me on a show at 7 a.m. UK time, I'll make sure I'm awake. If someone on TV like Sky Sport want me on, then he says 8 a.m. UK time, I'll make sure I'm awake. So that's my thing. Like there is certain things that you feel is such a massive opportunity. And that's how Liam Rossinier feels right now, and rightfully so. There's nothing wrong with that. He's never going to get the opportunity to manage a club of the prestige like Chelsea. And we know what this does for his career. Even if Rossinier does really well for a year and a half, because think about it from Rossinier perspective, you have to be intelligent. If he does really well for a year and a half, and Chelsea are just in and around top 4, and then Todd Boehly and Iqbal decide to sack him, all of a sudden, Liam Rossinier's market opportunities for becoming manager is much bigger. Meanwhile, if he stayed at Strasbourg, maybe he would have never gotten the opportunity. But guess what? Now he might get the opportunity to be the Palace manager or
his
the
profile's
AC
big
Milan
is what you're
manager.
saying, essentially. His
Yeah, or
profile's a little
Dortmund.
big.
How'd that work out for Graham
You would
Potter?
get opportunities.
Well, he'll get opportunities though. I don't
there was
doubt
a-
that either.
There was a tweet I saw that said that they get LinkedIn vibes from him, and I can totally understand. Like he's come to the scene. He's talking to everyone. He's
LinkedIn is
and
crazy.
he's got the media reading out of his
Yeah.
pocket. He's got this chance now where if you can get in this circle of managers in the Premier League, it's money for a decade. You know, we've seen all these guys just walk in and out of jobs. Like he could be working at Wolves in 6 months and get another 10 mil. You know, just from like a severance package. This stuff happens. So as far as his game is concerned, sorry, Catch.
No, just go ahead. Finish.
As far as his game is concerned, I'm going to be totally honest. This is one of the least important games for me out of the whole season so far because it's the first leg of a 2-legged tie, which I still feel should be just a semi-final at a neutral venue because I don't even know how to handle this game. It's so unimportant compared to our Premier League points, but everyone wants to beat Chelsea because it's a rivalry thing. So I don't know. I feel like Chelsea have pride on the line where obviously Rosenior needs to get his first big result. He doesn't want to get smashed by Arsenal as your first big result because no one knows what Charlton means anyway, right? So that's the only thing I think is riding on this is some kind of like pride for the manager because everyone hates your owners anyway. And this guy's just like, he's the in-between man. It's almost like when people go on work for a company where everyone's going on strike, what are they called? I can't those workers that come in.
Fill-ins, yeah.
He's kind of in that position right now where he has to be like PR for the bosses, but also keep all the fan base from rioting because you've got to plan like a protest in a few days anyway. So it's a very strange situation for Chelsea to be in. I don't know how you can handle all the emotions of it.
You know, there's a couple things. First of all, I'm only with Rosenior because of one thing only and one thing only. I'm going to support the Black Fist. I'm not going to lie. There's not a lot of like melanin at the managerial position in this. There's not a lot of melanin in the managerial positions anywhere in football right now. So I'm going to have to support him first and foremost for that Black Fist. But for everything you said right now, I agree with you. Like he has the opportunity to change the narrative in the terraces. Like if he gets a result, you know, obviously over these next 2 legs where, you know, Chelsea go to the final, he's now written a story for himself that, you know, the terraces are going to get behind him. I can guarantee you that because even though we're having all this turmoil with Bluco and whatnot, bottom line is what people want at the club is to win. We want to win. You know what I mean? So that's where I think that's going to stay, right? Like if he can produce wins, he's going to curry favor with the supporters. Outside of that, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a very, very tough game. Would have been anyways, whether it was Maresca or not, but I would have given us a better chance of producing a better result or producing a result if Maresca was at the helm, just because it's already a work tried and true way of playing. They all understand what he wants from him. They've been in these games before under Maresca and they know what's being asked of them. So we'll have to wait and see. As far as like this protest goes, I think this is kind of where I sit on it. I don't understand why they're waiting until Brentford to do this protest. Like, I have no idea why. The moment you decide to do a protest, like, why wouldn't you do it against Arsenal? It's a massive game. Like, it's going to be covered by all of the major press and whatnot. You're going to wait for Brentford to do this thing. Like, it makes no sense.
Then if you lose, they'll blame it on the protest, right? Everyone's got a save face in this.
I
scenario.
just think that if you're trying to get like maximum like supporter,
No, Lewis is
engagement-
making it. It's not faceless. Lewis is making the protest.
Yeah,
Right,
a lot
but
of
if he
guys are, to be
protested
honest.
during an Arsenal game.
If you're gonna make it, if you're gonna make a meaningful protest, the game to do it is this one, as far as I'm concerned, because
Yeah.
there's gonna be
The allies
lots of
will be
eyes on
watching.
this. You know what I mean? Like Brentford at home, whatever. I don't see how
No one
that's gonna
cares.
be.
Not even on TV.
You know, so you feel me? It's not gonna be a thing, man. So anyway,
I don't know. I feel if they do a protest before the Arsenal game and then everything goes tits up, then people will blame the fans for not getting behind the. I think that the Chelsea fans are very keen to like make sure that they separate their support for the team and the players and their hatred for the ownership and.
I don't know what are they like, to be honest, in terms of a team, Chelsea, I wanted to bring it back to the football. I have no idea where this team is going. We were behind. Me and Osam, we do stream every day, right? We were behind like the Chelsea project in terms of like we thought Maresca's gonna be given time, it's gonna work, he's gonna develop a style of play, and they're gonna back him, they're gonna give him some players that are good, some players are gonna be bad, and they're gonna stay with him. Chelsea are gonna get Champions League or something like this. And then suddenly we feel like,
By the way, if they kept Maresca, they would have got Champions League 100%. Like 5th place.
I would put my hand on it that they will get Champions League. Now
Yeah.
Chelsea are in danger.
you would have put your hand on
They
it.
just
Hold on.
fell off a
Oh,
cliff,
whoa,
right?
whoa, 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 whoa.
4th or 5th, definitely.
What?
No, yeah, I said fifth.
Probably,
Hold on a second. I'm pretty sure that both of yous were telling me a couple weeks ago that like, oh, Chelsea for top 4. I don't know. I have what is it? Aston Villa. You know, like I'm just saying.
Yeah. Tell me which team. Okay, then hold
Not
on.
me.
Tell us.
Not
We didn't
me.
say-
I say
we
Aston
didn't-
Villa.
I
will fall off.
felt like I was
Hold
standing on a loan.
Stop.
Mm.
I didn't say. I didn't see any team that has a bigger chance than Chelsea of making the top 5 out of Newcastle, Brentford, and Man United. I said Chelsea are number 1.
But they
that.
dropped 14 points and
Well, maybe you were
then
trolling.
eight
I don't know
points.
because I'm
Like-
pretty
like,
sure when I
I
was telling you.
didn't say that. I said Man United can, but I said the number 1 favorites to make that top 5, along with Liverpool, Villa, Arsenal, City, are Chelsea for sure.
Okay, maybe you were trolling because I remember specifically when I was saying like over the
Mo
course of the
does troll a
season,
lot when it
Chelsea
comes to
is top 4, top 5 team. That's where they've been all year long. That's where they're going to be at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
Yeah.
remember saying that in opposition to what you were saying.
No,
as
I
well.
thought that
Okay.
Chelsea should have been challenging for the league this season at least,
Okay.
not win it.
Yeah,
Chelsea, I said Chelsea should have been where Aston Villa are now. Rightfully so.
Mhm.
Don't tell me that after winning the Club World Cup, getting fourth last season, having that run at the end of the season, spending 200 million in the summer, I shouldn't be at least expecting Chelsea to be where Aston Villa are now. Just on course to make 80 points. That's it.
why Maresca was sacked because he
That's
wasn't.
it. No, he
He wasn't
wasn't
maintaining
sacked
sacked.
because of their
Walked away, didn't he?
performances.
That
He
increased the
wasn't
pressure
sacked.
on him. Obviously, everything was
walked
going fine a
away.
few weeks ago when you
He
guys were
wasn't
title
sacked.
challenging.
It went. I think actually Chelsea results have gone even worse because I think that Maresca didn't like what happened in the summer transfer window, and now it started to show with the injuries and with the suspensions. Now he felt how the squad is so bad that he cannot even rotate without dropping in form massively in levels. The levels will drop massively.
I don't understand how Maresca gets a free pass for the squad he ended up with because he was part of the people at the start of the season. Was like, I'm very happy with the players I have. I'm getting rid of Madueke and
You can
Jackson.
talk to Chelsea
and
fans.
Sterling
You
can
can
go
talk
and
to-
like
not us.
crap
not
in the
us.
car park for like a. He was part of that team selection, and he was on less points than last season. I don't understand.
I mean,
That's
maybe
possible.
that's what's being argued right now. I don't think that
But
when
I
he
don't
says in
understand how
front
he's
of the
coming out with
camera,
this rosy
You know when
reputation.
Martin wants to be disingenuous, he becomes the most disingenuous person on YouTube when he wants to be.
What did I say that was
Why?
not correct of that statement there?
I'm pretty
The
sure
whole
that
point of
coming out of the
Maresca
window.
leaving Chelsea was the fact that he's not part of the decision-making process.
But
That's
he
the whole
knew that
point.
when he got involved. I don't have any sympathy for him. Everyone
Yes,
said he's
but
going to
now
be
it's
yes man.
now it's a manager who got you Champions League football, who won the Club World Cup, who won the Conference League, and who thinks he
Facts.
could take Chelsea forward. So he makes different demands.
Here's the thing,
Okay.
and maybe this is the other part of it, Martin, that I think needs some attention. I mentioned it the last time I was on stream as well. In the summer, Chelsea had already held conversations with De Zerbi. This is facts. They're talking to De Zerbi about the position. Come October now, Maresca comes back to the Chelsea board as he's supposed to, as it's written in his contract. If somebody tries to poach you, you have to let us know. Man City, Juventus have come. He says, okay, here, these are the offers that I'm getting right now. Maybe not offers, but they're interested in my work. Okay. Now he says, if you want me to stay at Chelsea, like I want a bumper in my contract. They said no at that point. From the moment they said no, that's already them telling him that he's not the long-term solution as manager, because clearly there are other offers on the table. And clearly they don't see that he's the long-term solution because they haven't given him a step up in his contract, which it would warrant when you think where he was and where he is now. Given the fact that there are other suitors involved, like most managers would get like a step up and a new contract at that point to show that they are in support of the work that he's done. And they didn't do that. So from then, when they do that, and the solution or the recourse or the action after that is to sign Rosinger, that's not the move, man. That's not the move. So
if it was about
by the way, Martin is there are a lot of people actually. There are people that actually said that Maresca wasn't great in game management as well lately. Like his system didn't work the best. He's not using the wingers the right way. The striker, discipline, the setup is not the best. The defense is not the best. There are people, I'm not saying that, and I see their point. Maresca is not perfect. No manager is perfect. And he isn't the best manager in the world, right? And they are that a lot of people, including Don and other people as well that were with him, that said that Maresca had mistakes in him. They don't agree with the sacking, right? But he had mistakes in him. So
he's a young manager.
I think that is what Martin is saying. I think that is what Martin is saying. That Maresca wasn't like he's not Pep Guardiola. Like people sometimes talk about him as he's Pep Guardiola, like he's the best manager on earth. Still, some of the losses were on him. Some of the game management were on him, and he has to actually be held accountable for this, right? I know that's not the reason. I know that's not the reason he was sacked. I know that that's not the reason he was sacked, right? Like Maresca is not the reason he was is not the performances. They lied and said performances, because if you said the performances are the reason you sacked, you wouldn't go and hire Liam Rosinger. You would hire maybe a better manager on paper at least, right?
Xabi.
They were caught with their pants down. Let's be real.
You cannot say that. You cannot say that we're sacking Maresca because of performances, and then you hire someone who doesn't have experience at all, right?
I think if Klopp sat with Iqbali and the guys for 5 seconds, he would be like, fuck off. Even if he considered that, he'd say fuck off and leave the room directly.
I know you don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I don't believe the public story. I feel like he started getting bad results, and then he didn't appreciate pressure coming from the top when he already felt like he was doing the best he can in that situation. And if you're talking about the clubs, I feel like you're talking about the clubs because you want to get out of there. If a club calls you and you don't want to go, you just be like, hang up. I don't need to tell anyone else anything.
No, he does. It's in his contract to tell them. He has to.
Only if he accepts the phone call and goes, let them tell me more about this contract situation, right?
Okay, here's how it broke down. Okay, again, when he told them that he's been getting offers from like Juventus and Man City, what he said was, I want to be here. I want you to show me a commitment to be here, which means a bumper in my salary. From the time
I know that you were taking a risk with your employment when you put yourself in that position. I could go talk to other companies, right? I work for a company. I can go talk to them and come back and say, hey, I should deserve a pay rise because I'm getting all these job offers. And they'll be like, if you guys want to go work somewhere else,
there you go
on your way. You're taking that risk.
So both people are well within the right to do what they just did. So the board is well within the right to say, no, we're not giving you a step up here. And he's well within his right to say, well, okay, fine. See you later. Like I can get another offer somewhere else. He wasn't at that point. He just wasn't as committed to the job as maybe the Chelsea board wanted to see. And I agree. Like if you don't want to be here, don't be here. Simple. See you later.
To be honest with you guys, I don't know what to say about Chelsea with this project. Are like, okay, should we sit here and assume that Chelsea will do well this season or something? Or should we assume that Chelsea are going to do bad? Who's this guy, Liam Rosinger? I have no idea who he is. Are the players going to stay? I actually don't know. Is Palmer going to stay at the club? Why would he? There's no reason for him to stay at the club. Is Enzo Fernandez going to stay at the club? I don't think there's any reason to stay at the club. They aren't Chelsea through and through. They aren't Chelsea youngsters. They aren't. This Chelsea project, you know, my problem, which is I'm not going to call out Dennis, but I'm going to call out a lot of other people, that when we asked in the summer, and we ask a lot of questions on this channel, would you rather be Chelsea today or Arsenal? They said we would rather be Chelsea's boots. A lot of people said that we would rather be in Chelsea's position now. And it's wrong. I don't think that Chelsea project is going well. Because if Liam Rosenior speaks against them, imagine if Liam Rosenior reached a Champions League semi-final or a quarter-final, okay? And then he's like asking for players and they give him wrong players and he speaks against them. Okay, the cycle continues again. They're going to sack him and get the next guy in line. Gary O'Neill or whatever his name is, right? The guy that will listen to them.
Just stop.
Right? Okay, don't tell me stop, because you would never ever thought in your life that the Strasbourg manager that they hired as a company man would be the manager of Chelsea after Maresca.
No, I wouldn't.
Honestly, he's been like the reason why he's at Strasbourg right now is because they thought that he has the gravitas to manage, right? I don't necessarily agree. I hear you, but to say that he wouldn't have been a Chelsea manager at any point in time is
Liam Rosenior.
I'm not sure.
You think we sat
not
at
this
any
year?
Chelsea fan and said,
Not this year.
Not even.
How about
not
that?
even. What is this? Are they nursing managers somewhere else, bro? What is this? Are they? What is going on, bro?
I'm just telling you what they're doing. Hey, man,
it's like, are they buying clubs to nurse it, to like grow? Are they growing managers or trees or something in these other clubs?
Maybe
they're actually
because I've
using
already
their sister clubs.
Yeah, and I've already
they
heard
use
it.
them to slack off players that they
Like,
don't want. They
we
don't
have
want
heard
anymore. They step them to Strasbourg, and you know, if the
I mean,
player
yeah,
needs minutes, he goes to Strasbourg to get.
We heard
load
about
minutes.
players, but we never heard about the managers. But I want to move on from Chelsea and talk about Arsenal a little bit. How Arsenal, how the conversation are changing about Arsenal this season, or is it not changing about Arsenal this season, about the squad depth? I see a lot of people flip-flop lately about Arsenal. One day, Arsenal are the best team in the league, the best team in Europe. The second day, Arsenal will flop. One day, Chelsea will be Arsenal will reach the final. The next day, no, Chelsea will lose to Arsenal and Arsenal will reach the final. I want to know where people stand so we can hold them accountable to this. Like, seriously. Like, everyone. Like, here you go. MCFC Papi in the chat is saying that more likely Chelsea will reach further than Arsenal in the Champions League. Based on what? Nothing. It's the DNA, you know. It's the DNA of Chelsea.
With Maresca there,
Yeah,
I
it's
could have
also the
agreed.
history of doing that,
Like, it's
though.
the history of Chelsea
With
versus
With
the history
Maresca
of
there, I
Arsenal.
could have agreed.
In the
With
league.
Rosenior, I'm sorry, I won't.
How good are Arsenal this season, Martin? How confident are you about Arsenal?
Like a lot of the discussion I can't actually listen to anymore. You know, I used to enjoy like podcasts and stuff like that, talking about my team and things, but I have to shut it all out because it's like one day where you were saying like we're the best team in Europe and we're going to win everything, and the next day we're actually kind of crap and we can only score with own goals, and then somewhere in between is like this team which I don't know, from one game to the next we might be 4-1 Aston Villa good, or we might be like 0-0 versus Liverpool crap. So I have absolutely no idea what to expect tomorrow. I think that we're just going to try and get out of there basically with a draw and no injuries. I don't think we're going to go crazy, but I think Rosenior will probably go very hard to win. I think that at least in the first half, I think he'll be very aggressive with us because he's trying to prove a point to the fan base. Right, he wouldn't want to be sitting back and then just getting a draw. So yeah, our team, I'm happy with the squad. Basically, obviously the Gyokeres thing, everyone wants to talk about that.
Did you see that they said that he's one of the worst strikers in the league, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that they're not necessarily wrong currently on form. I have a feeling like he'll be okay if everyone just stopped like riding his back, but they're not going to stop that. So his confidence is zero. No one has any belief. I mean, I told you guys before we signed him, so it's hard for me to be out here defending the guy, but I feel sorry for him because we're not really like trying to find him in any meaningful way, and he's not really trying to be found right now. So it's like playing with 10 men basically for 60 minutes, and then we bring on an actual someone. So Havertz is coming back, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Havertz can actually play football. Why don't we play with this guy?" So it's just a big cycle with our strikers. Jesus gets injured for a year, comes back. He's the best thing since sliced bread. it's very confusing. So I actually think we should do something like Mikel Merino, or maybe we convert Eze to a striker and stop trying to buy strikers, because we're just terrible at it.
Is it on the striker or on the manager, you think?
The
reason why
Jesus.
Jesus was said not to be good enough. Buy a striker. You bought Havertz as a midfielder, and then you convert him as a striker. Oh, Havertz is not good enough. Buy a striker. And now you bought Gyokeres. He's not good enough. Let's go back to Havertz. Is it on the manager, or is it on the? What is it on?
On the manager. I think it's on the.
Gyokeres has been so bad. I can't even think blaming Arteta is normal.
Yeah, but you forgot the Havertz stuff.
It seems like
Mo came here after the Liverpool game and he gave up on Gyokeres completely after the Liverpool game. He was like, "Fuck this."
I think Liam Delap is better than him currently. I would pick Liam Delap over him.
Oh, me too. Me too.
17, you know.
No, I would take Liam Delap. This is not me, bro. I would take Liam Delap over him today. I think he has. When I watch Liam Delap,
what was Martin cooking when he said Gyokeres on the bench for Havertz?
Seriously, I think that and also by the way, I don't believe in what you guys are saying.
We didn't let you cook. We should have let you cook.
There is a lot of people that keep saying that the center back Premier Leagues are different.
Come off mute and say Liam Delap is better.
Well, people think I'm trolling. Let me just Diallo.
Dude, there's a guy in the Eredivisie who's better.
Oh, there is. I'm gonna tell you the difference. When I don't know what is the problem with Gyokeres, but I watched a little bit of his games, the Champions League, and we watched highlights. He had the basic stuff, right? Don't tell me that suddenly the Premier League center backs are not allowing you to touch the ball well, bro. The guy doesn't even run with the ball well, bro. He runs like in like. I don't know how he runs with the ball, bro. Like the guy runs wrong. Like he's like
boots on.
I'm sorry, bro. Like,
runs wrong is crazy.
He runs wrong, bro. In front of my eyes, he runs wrong. He just the ball bounces off his feet when he runs. He cannot get these angles correct, and I'm like, bro, it's impossible. This is just like I don't know. Is it? And don't tell me it's confidence, guys. Guys, don't tell me it's confidence. These are basic. Like you can Delap, you can tell it's confidence because you watch Delap play football. He has the basics of a footballer, right? He has the basics. When I watch Victor Gyokeres, I swear to God, like you can say Kai Havertz is bad, but Kai Havertz, when you watch him, the basics of a footballer actually are very good in Kai Havertz. The receiving, the first touch, the passing, he's good at, right? Regardless of what you want to think. I'm watching Delap, same João Pedro. People say João Pedro is a bad number 9. Okay, great, but you watch João Pedro. He's a footballer. The guy can pass, can receive, can turn, can put the ball on the ground, can run with the ball. I'm watching Gyokeres, and I'm like, it's impossible that this is the same guy that used to play for Sporting. I don't believe it. I just don't. I don't believe it.
I think we've made a team that's like striker agnostic. I think Arteta wants his 9 to be running around making passes and stuff. So it's not all on Gyokeres. And the fact that there's not much else to like give Arsenal crap about, Gyokeres is just like this funnel of just judgment and hatred and judgment and hatred. And I don't want to get on board that. I feel like he's had yeah, see? It wakes up the rivals. They're like, what are you talking about?
For Staffy.
It was failing at Arsenal.
I always had Sesko ahead of him. I'm just saying. I'm just going to put that out there. It was a very
I'm
unpopular.
still not picking Sesko.
I get there. You go.
So
Like,
I'm starting to lean towards Sesko. I'm starting to lean.
When I watched them play, when I watched them both play, like obviously Sesko has his warts as well.
I don't like Sesko at all. I think Sesko's terrible as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's terrible. I think he's got to figure out how to play in the league, but like he's definitely not terrible. He can certainly strike the ball. And at least his touches aren't like looking like, with a lack of a better term, the touch of a Catholic priest, if you know what I mean.
Look
like
at
it's
Staffy in the comments trying to
it's crazy.
No, but I want to state something that is
ridiculous.
All of us, YouTubers or non-YouTubers or fans, that said that we watch Gyokeres at Sporting Lisbon and we watch Sesko and we thought that Sesko's better. I believe that everyone is doing the take. And now they are watching Gyokeres and Sesko and say, I was right. None of you watch Sesko like that. Hold on. Even I was listening to Lars Sivertsen yesterday on the Guardian podcast, who is an expert in this type, like the Bundesliga, and he spoke about Haaland when he was young. And he's saying that one of the Cisco's is that he was so inconsistent as a football player. Just as a football player. Gyokeres, when we watch Gyokeres, he looked like the better player than Cisco. Nobody can tell me, shooting-wise, goal-scoring-wise, he looked better than Cisco. Cisco didn't score a lot of goals. I actually saw Cisco fall on his face, dribbling with the ball as well in the Bundesliga. He couldn't dribble with the ball, right? Gyokeres, when I watched him, the clips and some of the games I watched him, even against Arsenal, he didn't look bad at all against Arsenal, at all. Like when he played against Arsenal, he actually gave Saliba and Gabriel a very tough game, which were some of the best Premier League centre backs, right? He gave them a tough game. He gave them a tough game.
He had one run where he dog walked them both and shot, and it hit the post, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
He hasn't done this run since then.
He hasn't run that fast since. And I don't know why.
Exactly that, right? Like people watch. I think Cisco. The reason why I'm leaning towards Cisco because I saw at least what Cisco does better than Gyokeres. Because Cisco moves as a striker in the box.
He's tall. He can jump. He can run fast. Fairly. I don't know.
He's a little bit not as quick. He's quick later, but come on.
And even at Leipzig, like he didn't really play as an out number 9. He was basically the link between him and what's the dude there that they had Openda. So he was the guy that can drop deep, get on the ball, and get them playing like that. That to me is why I thought he was better. He can do more.
The only reason I gave up on Sesko was the mentality.
Arteta wanted? Didn't Arteta want Sesko and not Gyokeres?
I think I heard that too.
Yeah, apparently he did. But then Sesko said that he watched Kai Havertz beat Chelsea 5-0 and decided he wasn't good enough to play for Arsenal, and that's why he wanted to go to Manchester United or something. There was like this whole mentality. He's not good enough yet. He wants to learn, and then he ends up at Man United where there's even more pressure. So I don't even know how that works for him, but either way, they're both flawed.
So are we giving up? Are we giving up Khalas on Gyokeres for Arsenal? Is everyone giving up on Gyokeres?
He's a body. He can roam around and do things.
I knew he wasn't. I knew he joined the wrong team because Arsenal aren't set up to like service him. They need a more creative midfielder.
No, Kelk, he moves wrong. Kelk, he moves wrong. I swear to God. Sam finally last game after. After last game, he came and said, I see now what Mo was talking about. Saka crosses near post, Gyokeres is far post. Saka crosses far post, he's moving near post. He doesn't make the runs. He doesn't make the dashing runs. He doesn't crash the 6-yard box. He doesn't crash the 18. And if I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm annoyed at Gyokeres, right? To be honest, because I feel like you're playing a man down, basically. All the time.
But you can't be annoyed at a donkey for being a donkey. Like, it's a donkey. Like, it's not its fault that it's a donkey. I just don't think that we should have tried to bring him in. I think people saw the numbers and were like, oh, yes, that's going to be divided by 2.
Martin, we watched him. We watched some of his clips and some of his games. He's not that bad, Martin. He wasn't bad in terms of touches and turning and moving with the ball and running with
those clips. The defenders are all like 10 meters away from him or midgets. I don't understand. The Premier League is like you get 1 second on the ball and that's it. It's either you get one touch and his touch is like it takes him out to the sideline. The only thing he's got over Delap is that he doesn't get red cards and yellow cards. And doesn't do as much wrestling straight out.
Delap does other things as well. Like
there's so few opportunities where I saw in the Gyokeres like goal package where I saw him like manipulate the ball through tight spaces and score. Every time you see him, he's just running at the defense into space. Like
but Haaland doesn't do that as well.
But Haaland's a beast.
Haaland has an acceleration. He's got power.
Haaland doesn't dribble in tight spaces. He's getting better at it.
You're right. But these are the
Haaland is positioning, finishing, running, physicality is massive. Right. He's elite, and he's elite in all of these aspects. So you don't need to dribble if you're Haaland. You're not in a studio. But
Haaland gets an exception because his goal scoring return is so insane that we would all take it. We don't give a fuck how we do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, with all due respect, when you're breaking the goal scoring record in 30 games already out of 38, no one cares how you dribble. No one cares how you look. Like, I've never been one of those guys. Like, of course, in a banter thing. We did it like when we were annoying Hamza or something. But 99.99% of the time, everyone would take a striker like Haaland in their team. We don't give a shit
I
how
think
he dribbles.
everybody on this panel would take Haaland on their team,
Easily.
100%.
including Judge Mo.
Yeah.
What?
Hell yeah. Mo would take him.
Can't afford him.
I don't know. It's a tough one. between
Nobody
Lautaro
can
Martinez.
afford Erling Haaland because nobody pays a player £1 million a week. Okay, so nobody does this in the world, and nobody will do this in the world.
There you are.
These are like Saudi salaries in the Premier League, £1 million a week. Like these are like Saudi salaries in the Premier League, but nobody can afford
Mo
Erling Haaland.
employs Lautaro Martinez. He would take
Bro,
his.
I get
and
Lautaro Martinez. I would
I don't know.
literally
That's a tough debate. You know, Haaland
take
or
his and
Lautaro.
Neymar.
I don't
Lautaro
know.
or Haaland. I would think about it. You know, I would
We gotta
think
think
about
about
it.
that
You know,
one.
yeah. But can I ask you guys something about Arsenal? But let me do the super chat before we actually go, because I got a very important question that was asked on a podcast, and I wanted to get your answers for it. Diallo's saying, hi, Kilk. I'm visiting LA and San Francisco for the next 2 weeks. Any recommendations for nice places to watch the Premier League and Champions League games? Also, great show, Akhi Mo and Pana. Big up Diallo. I'm going to let Kilk answer this if she knows.
I'm from San Francisco. I'm not from LA. I don't like LA. I don't. You'd have to ask
Best
someone else.
friend as well.
I have a ton of San Francisco recommendations, though. McTeague's is the USA pub. For some odd reason, Arsenal and City share a pub. It's called Maggie McGeary's. Danny Coyle's is like a Spurs Dortmund bar. Mad Dog in the Fog is the Chelsea bar. And I'm forgetting one. Oh, there's one called Ricky's, which is like a more USA women and like women's sports. They're all really good. I go to McTeague's a lot. That's where, because I do a lot of oh, sorry, someone in the chat. I'm getting over the flu. That's why my voice sounds so terrible. But I'm trying to stream because it makes me feel like a human being. I've been asleep for like 4 straight days, so I'm trying to feel normal by streaming. So I'm sorry I sound so bad. But yeah, McTeague's is the one I go to the most, and Maggie McGeary's. I like those two a lot. But Coils is good. Mad Dog in the Fog is good, and there's more.
She knows all the freaking bars. I don't know even the
I'm
bars
from San
here.
Francisco, and I drink a lot, so yeah, I know.
Big up, Cal. Aaron, leave the comment. Like Conman, someone named Conman is saying in the chat, Mo is mentally challenged.
Whoa,
Great.
I would ban that guy. That's rude.
I
mean,
embrace
if
his
you
comment.
give it attention, right?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, he's watching the channel. Wallahi, he's worse than Beto. He's worse than he's not worse than Beto. He's not worse than Beto. He's not. I don't think he's worse than Beto.
So,
Who are we talking
You know,
about?
I
here? The guy
went, you know, guys, I went and I checked that the strikers that are worse than him in the league. I don't know. I couldn't find a lot, to be honest with you guys. I really couldn't find a lot of
what's
these.
that? You went looking for strikers?
I went for the strikers in the league, like the Raul Jimenez's, the Igor Thiagos, and everyone. Beto comes to mind. The other guy at Everton comes to mind. I don't know his name. The young kid. He's awful as well. Other than this, I don't know. I would take majority of the strikers.
Well, what kind of striker do you want? Do you want the big guy who's
It
going
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
As in general, as a number 9, there is not a lot worse than him currently for me in the league. As a number 9.
We should have kept Danny Welbeck. You know, I think Manchester United should have kept Danny Welbeck. At this point, it's hard to improve on him, or Ollie Watkins or something. It's just sad.
Yeah, like for me, I'm looking at this, and there's not a lot of strikers, but I'm gonna ask a question after this. We went to the semi-final last year and lost to the winner, which is Newcastle. No striker, no Gabriel, but yeah, just based off Chelsea's history, they will go further. Yeah, he's talking about the Champions League.
I have a question.
Chelsea just tend to do better in cups.
I saw
I don't even know what this
Chelsea
means.
They do cup runs.
I got a quick question for you, Couch.
Yeah.
Top 4 or Carabao, and no top 4.
What?
I saw a Chelsea stream yesterday, and the guy's like, "Yeah, we're not going to win the Champions League anyway, so I just want like domestic trophies instead of Champions League." And I was like, "Wow, I didn't think that was really a Chelsea opinion." But
Wow, so defeatist already.
I wouldn't say. I see what they're getting at. Like
Thought I
cups,
gave up fast.
you'd rather be a cup winner than just an also ran, in a
Yeah.
competition for the. I get it, but no, I'd still take top 4. I just take it. Yeah.
Do you guys regret weaponizing top 4 for the last couple of decades against Arsenal? Now that you've got to like.
By the way, without a shadow of a doubt, if you're a Chelsea fan, you would take top 4 and play or top 5 and play in the Champions League over the Carabao Cup. They got Champions Leagues, they got Europa Leagues, they got Super Cups, they got cups before. The Carabao Cup doesn't add to Chelsea's trophy cabinet, right? But missing out on Champions League football next season, it might actually really take the team.
Yeah, the
2 steps
ramifications.
backward.
Yeah, the ramifications
Yeah.
from the missing would be much, much greater than, hoisting a Carabao Cup at this point. But,
Exactly,
yeah.
this 100%.
Yeah, the payout between a Carabao Cup and
But to
Champions League
answer this-
qualification is massive.
There you go.
I think a
Answer
Carabao
this-
Cup's like 100 grand, and Champions League is like 100
Not
million.
only about that.
I'm sure it's a
not
little
only
bit
about the
higher
money.
than that now.
I think it's only 100,000 or something. Or
To answer
200,000.
this quickly, Wayne,
not very
I
much money
actually
at all.
think that yes, people are doing it based on heritage and history.
Champions League's 100
Because I
million.
want to ask you guys something. Who goes further in the Champions League this season, Arsenal or Real Madrid?
Oh,
People in the chat, I want one word answer. Arsenal, who goes further in the Champions League this season, Arsenal or Real Madrid? Let me know. I warned
Depends
Mo
who
and
they get
Osam,
as manager, though, Mo.
They've got a manager.
and they left. They're gonna
I
keep
mean,
our
Alonso
below.
is interim, you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Xabi Alonso. I warned Mo and Osam, and they laughed at me. Yes, we did. And I think it was at that time, Gyokeres was in a better prospect than Zisco. Why is so hard for people to understand?
I didn't
And
know that.
listen, if you are right, you're right now, currently. Maybe. It's a team sport, and we have 3 strikers to choose from, but fans are trying to single out Gyokeres because it's nothing else negative they can really say. No, that's not true. I'm gonna let Martin answer this. You think that is true, Martin? That people are just trying to single out Gyokeres as a negative?
That's part of it. I think it's a very easy thing to make fun of Arsenal about right now because we made such a big deal about getting a striker, and everyone made a huge deal about Arsenal getting a striker. Like every pundit in world football was like, Arsenal need a number 9 for the last 3 seasons, and then we buy one that's like a classic 9 who's got the most goals in Europe, and he turns to crap. So I don't think we can win. I feel as we're cursed in that scenario, but I do like the fact that we have 3 strikers of vastly different
He
profiles.
does stick out like a sore thumb, though. Like,
He does, yeah. It's
it-
hard to
And I
miss.
was-
it is bad to the level where we will speak about it. I think what Gunnar Wayne is bringing up is like, well, yeah, like people are gonna say just finding something to speak about. Look, when you're at the top, people will bring up stuff like this because they have nothing else to talk about. From that
I
perspective,
remember the pile on Darwin Nunes was pretty big.
yeah, but
and
Darwin
he
Nunes
was-
last season, I was about to
He was
mention it.
terrible
Like,
for different reasons.
this is not just an Arsenal thing, Habibi, because last year people brought up Nunes. Mo used to come here on every match reaction and go like, bro, what is this? There's no way Nunes is a footballer. And then after we'd speak about the win and the possibilities of winning the league and who's favorites, but we would still mention it. So I don't think it's an Arsenal thing, bro. I'll be honest.
Cisco is getting way more spaces to run in behind.
Which is true as well. We cannot deny this.
But my
Because
problem
people
with
don't give
Gyokeres,
Arsenal and Man United the same respect.
Yeah, Cisco actually has a lot of spaces to run into. However,
Gyokeres has no acceleration. He's got no separation from his man. I don't. If you kick the long ball to him, I don't
Martin's
see
here
him
to cook
getting
his
there.
own player. It's crazy.
It's
Hey,
true
I've been
though.
cooking,
Like
cooking for
Fuck,
myself.
I've
he's
been
not
saying
lying.
that
To be honest with you,
again.
Martin is not lying.
Yeah, we
Martin
can
is not
boot the
lying.
ball into the channel, but he's not going to outrun anyone. He might outmuscle them, but that's about it. That's different. Sesko can
100%.
outrun someone.
I literally DM'd you in the summer and predicted this. You did SE. You said that it was better than Gyokeres.
Oh, I told you guys. Okay, brother, we get it.
You don't like LA. LA doesn't like you either.
No.
Damn.
No.
Tell us where
cool.
you're really from, SER.
I'm so offended by that.
LA's cold, man. I don't think anyone
You
loves
spend,
it.
you
Diallo
spend, you
asked-
spend 1 hour in LA traffic and you never want to go back. I had to drive a manual transmission through Los Angeles in bumper to bumper traffic for 3 straight hours. And I was like, I'm done with this place.
It's
Also,
terrible.
Diallo asked Mike
Northern California and Southern California just have a big rivalry. We just hate each other. Like our baseball teams hate each other, our football teams hate each other, basketball teams hate each other, hockey teams hate each other. We don't like, if you're from NorCal, you just hate SoCal. That's just how it is. Except San Diego. San Diego's chill. They're the neutral.
Irish Weasel saying Diallo. Ask Mike Tass. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. We got over 600 people in the house, and we aren't even on 200 likes. I really want to get to 300 likes. It helps the channel. It helps the show, right? Defo close to challenge for supporting Inter. Hamid,
What?
I'm not gonna respond to this. Hamid,
Come on.
you are enabling. Hamid, you're enabling in absolutely a shit comment by actually putting this comment out. Thanks for the recommendations, Kelk. Maybe I'll run into you.
I don't live in San Francisco anymore, but I grew up
She
there.
does.
I moved
She
away.
doesn't live in San Francisco.
It's too expensive.
Stop waffling, Mo. Barry shits on Gyokeres. I don't think so.
The man said Barry shits on Gyokeres. We all
I
put the
don't-
fries in the bag.
Can I ask you guys,
So
if you can Gyokeres be the
That's
reason why
right,
Arsenal
shits on
doesn't win the
Gyökeres.
league?
Say it
They're
again.
winning without him right now. I don't know.
yes, but Mo's question is a very good one because he's saying, okay, can he be the reason why they don't win it? The answer to that question is yes. But also, Saka can be the reason they don't win it. And any forward can be the reason why they don't win it. A centre back can be the reason they don't win it. When we say reason they don't win it is, let's say they're playing a game, a Premier League game at home in April, and it's a must-win game. And, you know, they have a 2-point cushion and City just won. And Gyokeres misses 3-4 chances, like clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. Bro, you can definitely make the argument that, of course, he can be the reason why you don't win the league. Like, I don't think there's anything like crazy.
We're going to win the
about-
league anyway, so it's a moot point. We don't need to worry about.
There we go. Riding for
Are you
a
still not?
fall.
Are you still not have Arsenal as favorites even after City's
You're
last 3
riding
draws?
for a fall.
Who, me?
Couch.
You're
Dennis.
riding for a fall.
Dennis still doesn't believe in Arsenal being the best team in the league currently.
No, I just think that it's nothing's written in stone right now, and I think that
Nothing is.
City have the championship pedigree. They've done it before, time and time again. I've not seen Arsenal do it, so it's very hard for me to
Wait,
get
where were you in
on this.
2003?
A blue cartel.
Oh man, I can't even remember. That was like, woof.
Oh, you can't remember that? Oh, that's a good
I had
year,
a few
though.
less of these, man. That's for sure, man.
I'm sure
You
you were
know?
there, though. I'm sure you
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, I was
we
around,
still,
I was
we still
around.
have it
Yeah.
somewhere. You know,
Yeah,
locked
yeah,
away.
yeah.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
The reason, by the way, the reason why I asked this question is he here is actually saying something that the reason why I asked the question is exactly this. Big up T for the super chat. He watches, but I said that before on a solo show. Arsenal with Jesus and Havertz, an Arsenal fan, have won fuck all. Okay, so if Gyokeres doesn't play and they go back to Jesus and Havertz, these were the two that Arsenal didn't win with before.
The only reason they didn't win with us is because they got injured. Like Jesus got injured at the World Cup, and after he was the best player in the league, and then left us high and dry for the second half of the season. Havertz played his first minutes in like a year. Like he was injured in at the end of January last season when we needed him most. So it's just
But
kind
you
of like
weren't going to win the
injury.
league. Even if Havertz stayed fit, you weren't going to win the league anyway.
No, sorry. I think maybe the one before as well. I don't know.
No, Havertz
Whatever,
was
injured.
fit the whole season. The season before, he actually went on a fantastic run. In the
Yeah,
second
I
half
don't
of
think
the
we
season.
didn't
You
win
remember,
because of him.
he had like 12 goals in
No,
like 16
yeah.
games or something like this. Havertz
14
in the
and
second half.
16.
No,
Yeah, he
we're
was
just better
very
that
good.
year.
Diallo used to remind us every day how much he has more GA than Haaland in like a 15-game period or something.
No, but
Yeah.
so is Gyokeres the reason why, or is it because, or you still believe in I still think the Arsenal system will win them the league. And by the way, I'm gonna say something about this. I actually went through the teams. There is no attack currently that has players scoring goals more than Arsenal in all competitions. You guys know that? Has anyone noticed this before?
No.
In what competition?
I'm gonna tell you. I want someone in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong here, right? Arsenal are the only teams with 4 attackers that have Martinelli has 8 goals, right? Gyokeres has 7 goals. Okay, so this is it.
Also,
Martinelli has 8 goals. Trossard has 7 goals. Saka has 7 goals. Gyokeres has 7 goals. There is no other team that has all these attackers and it's diverse in terms of goal scoring like this. Every other team has one source of goals. Chelsea are the ones that have Neto and João Pedro, but that's about it. Man City have Haaland. Nobody else have scored. Like even Shirky has 2 goals or 1 goal only, has assists.
How many?
There
has
is no
Foden have
other-
this
Yes,
season?
4.
Foden even is a
Foden has
midfielder.
7.
Foden
Oh,
has 9.
Foden is
In
is
all
it 9?
competition, I think Foden
Oh, in
has
all
9.
comps.
In all comps.
Yeah,
In
Okay.
all comps. Nobody
All
has
comps is a
Man
bit
United-
sus.
By
I
the
feel like
way,
you need like a
even
better way of
Foden-
doing
Man
it.
United, Cisco has like 5 goals or 4 goals. Mbuemo's the only one that scored a lot, right? Right. There is no team that has that diversity in goal scoring up top, even with the Gyokeres thing, by the way.
Hmm.
That means the
Yeah, I
goals
saw a
come
graph
from everywhere.
that had teams
Yes,
listed
10.
like
Okay,
based
so
on their
Foden has
percentage.
10 goals in all
I don't
comps.
necessarily think
Tijani's
diversity is
crawling up
like
the ranks,
amazing.
too. I think Tijani
You don't
has
I
think
don't think
that?
diversity in
now.
goal scoring is amazing at all, to be honest.
You don't think it's good?
It just means you're not dependent.
Not really, because you need a certain gunman. Like last season, what was the difference between Salah and the guy after? 20, 30 GA.
Yeah, but Salah had a historic season. Okay, there is a
Okay, the
difference.
year before that, what was the difference between Haaland and the second goal scorer?
But,
The year
they
before
had
that
more.
was the difference
Yeah,
between
yeah, yeah,
Haaland
hold
and
on.
the goal scorer.
But they had Foden's getting something like 20 something goals in all
20
competitions.
something.
Yeah.
What was Haaland?
Also, you
something?
forget Julian Alvarez that season too. He scored like 3
Sam,
goals also.
they had diversity when Haaland didn't get the
I still
historic
think
season.
Mo, you're missing my point.
I don't think you
I-
are getting my point.
Diversity is good, but not when it's this close.
What do you mean?
You understand me? It cannot be 8-7-6. No. It needs to be 15-7-6. There needs to be someone who is a gunman. You need one like guy that rises above the rest. That's
I think for
my-
like finals and stuff like that, you need you
really?
need someone who you can rely on. Like
course.
Sam was saying. You can't just
Really?
rely on like the Fugazi to get you a big goal when you need to. It's like you need someone who's going to be the guy to stand up and say, "I'll do it."
How many game winners did Salah score last season, or game-winning assists?
Oh my
How many?
Tons.
A
Most.
lot, It seemed like
I
almost
think he
every
broke
game.
the record last year, like 14 or 13.
Guys,
12
Salah won 28 or 26 man of the matches in a 37 game.
There's a lot of people in the chat freaking out. I think the system will get you goals like most.
Wallah
of the
Al-Azim,
time
I'm
in
starting
most
to
games.
rethink that Slot won the league. Wallah Al-Azim, I'm
Yeah.
starting to rethink that Slot won the league. Yeah, I mean, how can you win 26 man of the match?
Hey, Baldy, you owe us, man.
Jeez.
No,
Yeah.
but I wanna see Husam's point. You don't think that you still think that they need a gunman up top?
Yes, of course. They need someone that can step up in the big moment
Someone
and
in
deliver them the
form.
3 points when they need it. Like they need someone. Listen, having different goal scorers is nice and everything, but it needs to be like when you're saying 7-8, there need to be someone on 14-15 like this. He doesn't need to be as amazing as Salah.
So,
or as
hold on.
amazing as
so why
Haaland.
why you and me have Arsenal as favorites then? If you
The league's different,
Oh,
right? The
because
league is
as a
based on
unit, they're much better as a unit.
but you have to
As a
score
unit,
goals
it's
to
much-
win the games.
No, they're still scoring goals.
Also,
It's-
with all due respect, Arsenal's defense, in my opinion, is so much better than City's.
Oh, without doubt. Without
So much
doubt.
fit.
You know, we've only conceded like 5 or 6 more goals.
I
than they
don't
have.
care. On my eye
I-
test, I'm saying. My
Yeah,
eye
there's
test.
no, I can't even.
Like I've seen
Okay.
teams not get a breather against Arsenal. City, there is
Yeah, and
always
our
a
shit defense
chance.
is only conceded. 5
Even if
more
you
goals.
get like one chance per half, you can get always a chance against City.
But Maya, she's responding and saying that her shit defense is getting only 4 more goals than
Yeah, we have
Arsenal.
the second best defense in the league, and it's terrible according to you.
Yeah, but
I
they
don't,
didn't have-
explain that to
they
me.
didn't have
Explain that to
Gabriel.
me. I because I don't get it.
They didn't
We've
have
got the second
Gabriel
best attack.
Apparently,
That's terrible,
Donnarumma's
so,
shit, but
hell,
he's saving a lot of chances. So how is it?
By
that
the
our
way,
terrible defense?
By the way, Donnarumma, by the way, I'm going to have the same energy that I had for Liverpool seasons ago. Samuel vouch for this. I said, your goalkeeper, if he saves you, he's part of the fucking defense. I know
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
get past
of course.
You having
Yeah,
a good
he's-
goalkeeper like a Raya or an Addison or a Donnarumma is part of your team, right? I'm
He's
not
in the
going to shit
squad
on
to
you
save you to begin with.
to save the ball, right? Like he's not in the squad. He's not a statue.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
We haven't had that in a long time.
What
So-
was the
but-
Arsenal game at home where they won 2-1?
But I hear what Hussam is saying.
Brighton, was it? Brighton, where Raya made that save?
Yes,
Yeah.
but that is one save. Raya made the save underneath the bar. But I want to. That City's defense has improved, and the reason why I'm saying that, I know that people talk about eye test, right? but I'm gonna give you the stats, right? The XG difference 10 games ago was still, or 12, like 10 games or 8 games ago, was 7 between Arsenal and City. Fast forward, game week 21, the difference is still 7. Do you guys know what that means? That the difference between them it will stay stable. That City's defense is improving to match Arsenal defense in terms of the chances conceded.
Martin, I know you're driving right now, so I want you to focus on the road and increase the volume, because what we just said is the exact opposite. We said the goalkeeper is there to save you, so that doesn't mean he's meaningless. That means he has meaning.
It's also
Increase
not
the
bad.
volume and look at the road, brother. Anyway,
So
the difference
Real
is because
service.
City can't capitalize more, because they can't capitalize themselves.
I don't know what that
Rodri's
means.
back. Okay, great. Rodri's been back 3 games. You've drawn all 3.
I'm confused. I thought their defense fell off a cliff 2 games ago.
I
and
watched.
the
I
world
watched.
ended.
I watched. I watched.
Wait,
what's
it
his
fell
name-
off a
what's the
cliff
name?
2 games
City.
ago?
Yeah, you
What
guys
game was that?
got 2 injuries. Guardiola, who was your best player of the season.
and the
Yeah,
and
he's out for the
Diaz or something.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Diaz is
So-
out for like 2 months.
So how is it
My
improved?
thing
though?
is all.
I think he meant
teams-
while they were playing. I mean,
I
we'll see what
watched-
happens
I
now.
watched
But
the City version of Sharks. I know what Shark City is, and I'm the first one on YouTube to call City the Dolphins. Now people are stealing it. That's okay. You get me? You don't have to give me credit for it.
I mean,
but I've
it's
been
not
calling
that hard
them
of a- It's not that big of a thing.
I've been calling them the Dolphins for a while now, because I just don't see this scary bad
never
Man
thought I'd
City.
hear
I've
Hussam say
seen-
Shark City.
You know,
I
you know
agree with
Scary
this.
Man City. Let me tell you
I
something
agree
about
with this.
Scary Man City. Let me tell you about Scary Man City. Yeah, when I was in the title race with Manchester City like 3-4 years ago, I swear to you, when City scored the first goal, I switched off the TV. That's how much I knew. Like it's game done.
I
It's
remember
game-
the watch alongs starting to Google stuff. I remember
Yeah,
Hussam,
yeah. We
one
started-
city, Hussam is Googling things on the site. Khalas, he's like,
Yeah,
playing
like I'm
games.
just checking. You know, we're talking about like whatever, like food and travel.
Couch, do you,
Now,
want
I'll be honest with you.
Dennis, I want you to listen to this. Very
City
important.
I'm hearing it.
5-1 up against Fulham, and it was still wasn't over.
I hear his argument. If it's not about Arsenal this season, more than for me, bro, back in the days, you blink, City won the league. You blink, you just blink. City win the league. You're behind them. Now you're afforded a slip and another slip and another slip, and then your points increase. You're afforded slips. And by the way, people keep saying it's too early, it's too early. This is the City run. This is it.
This is when it starts.
Game
yeah.
week 20.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
City. Oh,
No,
normally City's run
wait.
start today. Start now.
Pep said the season starts game week 19. We can't ignore these 3 draws that they've just had and say the season starts now. Like it started 3 games ago, according to Pep.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
according to
And
Pep,
also, I want
Community
to
Shield
say
is a big
something. Arsenal, finally, they have their team actually fit again with Havertz, Gabriel, Saliba, Odegaard. No one wants to speak about that part of the equation. The City have lost massive parts of their defense in Guardiola and Diaz. I know that we're not going to talk about the excuses, right? But in the same time, we need to speak about City. They're not the same, though. They got Semenyo. Is he going to bail them out every game? I think Semenyo is a
I don't think he
fantastic
needs
player.
to.
I love him.
They're going to win 10-1
I love
every
Semenyo.
game.
Exeter, bro. Do you see me showing off Verts and Ekitike goals versus Barnsley?
We'll see what he does tonight. I mean, also, I don't think our defense has been the problem in any of these games. It's been our attack. Our attack just has not been scoring. And that's the problem when you need to score, you know. Like
Can I say
it's not
something
like we're not
quickly about
creating
this?
chances. We're creating chances. It's just breaking down in the final third. Holland's missed a bunch of sitters. Bernardo Silva, Mr. Captain, he's missed a bunch of chances. Foden's missed chances. Tijani Reinders has missed chances. Ryan Turkey has missed chances. All these players. Doku doesn't score goals, so that's why we had to bite Semenyo. So, you know, even though
You
we
guys
have this
don't
great
play like
attack,
how
there
you
are still a
used
lot
to.
of players in that attack who don't do anything. And, you know, now we had to go to market to replace them, and we'll see what happens.
I want to hear what Martin says because I have a very important point to respond about this. Back in the days, guys, when City used to have these. Go ahead, Martin, first.
Is
second
anyone else
half
getting a
against
delay?
Liverpool.
Sorry.
Oh,
You are
second half
getting a
against
delay now.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who?
What's the question? Sorry, I didn't even hear the question.
Second half against Liverpool, you guys were passing it around like Man City from 3 years ago, where you were just like, we've got no intention to attack, but you're just not going to get the ball. And I feel like City have let that go out of their game. That used to be so frustrating.
We don't have those
a few years
quality
ago.
players anymore. Every time we try to do it now, the quality on the pitch just can't do it.
I feel like you're more direct. Like Pep's happy.
We don't
Pep's
have
happy to give the ball up a lot more than he used to, but it used to be so frustrating chasing shadows for 20 minutes just to then to finally go to sleep and have a goal scored against you. I feel like you guys have walked away from that so far that I don't recognize your team anymore. And now you've got directness like
I said, we don't have the players to play that way anymore. We don't have prime Gundogan anymore. We don't have prime Kevin De Bruyne. We don't have prime Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is not the same player in 2026.
But Liverpool were doing it with their
2021.
has-been team, or whatever team was doing it right now, right? Like you can do it if you want to. I just don't think he plays like that intentionally anymore.
Well, I think Pep tries to, but I don't know why he keeps trying because we don't have the players for it. We seem to play better when we play direct. And that's when we just score a lot more goals. And I wish we would do it more often. Just let put the players in their best position and let them play. I've been screaming for this all season. And, we've seen it in glimpses. And then Pep always wants to revert back to trying to do the possession stuff. And it's just
on the high line.
I don't think we have the quality for it right now.
I just think that's why your defense is more in the picture than it used to be, because without giving away possession, it was never really tested that much. Now you're seeing
as I've been crying about since last season, I still think the problem is the midfield. We have neglected our midfield for a long time. We've held on to players for too long. We didn't replace them with quality players. And, that's why it's such a mixed bag right now. But, it's still a work in progress. And I think, I think it's improved a little bit. But,
I'm going to tell you the difference
it takes
between
longer than I thought it was going to.
What you explained, Kelk, now it's much better. And actually, your background is fantastic, Couch. You don't need to, it's fantastic, your background. I'm going to tell you the difference between this city. When Man City used to draw games back in the days, like this, right? And used to pepper the opposition's goal, and you miss a chance left and right, and then the opposition is holding for their life. That is different than the City I'm watching, especially in the last 3 games, where when Hussam always said one pass is all it takes, it's one pass through the City's midfield and the opposition is 2-on-2, 1-on-1. They are behind the defense. And Pep Guardiola went back to play the highlight. Pep Guardiola in the middle of the season, he actually played very good, right? In the middle of the season. He played very, very good in terms of being compact. Your defense improved. And then suddenly, he went back to play the high line again against Chelsea. He played to play the high line against Sunderland.
He played the high line. He's always played a high line.
Yes,
and for the first time ever, we have 2 defenders who can actually play in a high line.
No,
because
I disagree with you.
Guardiola Diaz.
I disagree with you.
A high line.
I disagree with you. In the middle of the season,
Kyle Walker just bailed everybody out with his pace.
Yeah, but now you guys are talking about all. Just listen to me. Just listen to my point.
Still a high line.
Middle of the season, this season, I said that he's trying to copy Mikel Arteta in terms of being compact, in terms of dropping deep. You, against Bournemouth, you didn't press them high. Against Bournemouth, you let them have the ball and you played on the counter. I think I watched another game when you literally, every time you lost the ball, you dropped deep to defend, which is, I praised Pep. I said that is fantastic by Pep. This is when your team improved. And now he went back again to do the same thing that he did in the beginning of the season and last season, to play a high line. Number one, you don't have the midfield to control the position like before. You don't have the midfield as before. Exactly. So for me, I think that Pep Guardiola is confused about how he wants to play. That's what I think. He is between, should I play the position-based football, a high line, press the opposition all over the pitch and put the line high, the defensive, or be compact and retreat to defend? Back in you remember, Pep Guardiola would have never done what he did against Arsenal. Pep Guardiola would have never defended against Leeds like that. Against Leeds, was it at the Etihad? I can't remember where. Was it at the Etihad? No, at Leeds you played at the Etihad.
Oh, at Leeds.
When you went up, Pep Guardiola defended all the way back and you allowed Leeds to have the ball. That is not the same Pep Guardiola. That's not a high line. That is not press. Pep Guardiola, when you used to be up, used to demand to dominate the ball and actually control the game, right? But you didn't do this mid-season. Now he's going back to play the high line again, and you're creating
You always
chances.
play the high line.
But again, hold on. Again, Martin, with all due respect, you are going to past seasons, and I hear you. He always played the high line. He always played the same brand of football. He changed this season in the middle, and you guys said, "You guys, the facts are there." I'm gonna go again. Here
Martin
we go.
himself
We're gonna
said
do.
that they changed the way that they play.
I'm gonna do it again, so people will believe me. Manchester City just lately have climbed up to 58% ball position. Man City over the last seasons have averaged over 62 to 64. In one season, you average 67% ball position. That is a change of style in Pep's the way of playing football. That is
Undoubtedly.
below your average.
Undoubtedly.
It's just different.
Well, yeah. Well, also Martin makes a good point in the chat. No, Rodri, a 6 is the most important part on a Pep midfield. We didn't have one last season.
Exactly.
He had to
And
change it
now,
around.
and
now
which
he's
is
just
exactly
trying to
my
readjust
point.
it back.
Which is exactly, and it doesn't look good since you got Rodri and you played the high line and you went back to press. Having Rodri, you drew 3 games.
I don't think it was because of that. It was like I said, it was because we created a bunch of chances and nobody could put the ball in the back of the net.
Actually, I disagree with you because in the 3 games you drew, you were up in the 3 games. So even, by the way, back in the days, even if your
you're going to
forwards
really
made
expect
chances,
Hussein in a lane to keep a clean sheet? Come on.
see, now we're going to the defense. So the defense. So now we are going.
I can accept them giving up a goal.
Full
That's
circle,
fine.
guys.
I expect our attack to score more goals. The
Full
onus for
circle
me is
back.
on the attack. It's not on the defense.
I want someone to give me the stat. When is the last time City drew back-to-back games, having been up in the 3 games? I bet never
the
happened.
Sunderland was a 0-0, so you got to remove that from the equation.
Remove them the Sunderland. After this, Chelsea, you were up. You allowed the goal in at the end of the game. And the last game, you allowed the goal in at the end.
They were up 1-0, yes. The other
okay. In the beginning of the season, City were up 1-0. Weren't City up 1-0 against Brighton in the beginning of the season and they lost the game?
Still learning how to close out games. This new team is still learning.
So it's not the same City then. We go back full circle to what Sam said. It's not the same City.
I'll be honest with you. You and Martin are literally saying
city.
exactly what me and Mo are saying. Like that, I'll be sorry. You're literally saying the same stuff. Which is even now when you're 1-0 up, you aren't able to control games, which is something that I said. I literally, when I first started speaking, what did I say? 3-4 years ago when it was the City Sharks, if City went 1-0 up, I used to switch off the TV. Now City go 1-0 up and it's not a guaranteed victory. That's my point.
I mean, I'd like it to be, but that is something we've been struggling with all season. We've blown leads all season.
I understand, but that's the point though. Like, that's what me and Mo are saying.
We're not waffling, guys.
We're saying exactly what Kellen Martin.
When did I say this is the same city? That's what people are putting words in my mouth. I've never said this is the same
never
city.
said you did. I'm saying I started my argument by saying it's not the same city.
But you're saying it's Pep, and they're saying it's because of players. Like, I think that's the difference.
Pep utilizing. I'm sorry, Martin, but Pep is the one utilizing the players.
I agree, it's because of players. I don't think City have the team now to do. They don't have David Silva. They don't have prime Gundogan. They don't have prime Rodri. They can't control games like that anymore. So Pep has to switch the way that he plays. Pep is. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and say something. And if people want to get rattled, they can get rattled. I don't give a fuck. Pep Guardiola is the only reason why City are in a title race to begin with. Like
100%.
City are in a title because this team, in my opinion, should not even be in a title race. But the only reason why they are in the title race is because Pep Guardiola is one of the greatest managers of all time.
100%.
That's my honest opinion. If Pep wasn't City manager, like any manager in the league, give him the City side and he wouldn't challenge. I'm sorry, he just wouldn't.
Wouldn't he?
And hence why I think currently as it stands, guys, I think the Arsenal are much closer to win the league than this particular version of Manchester City. I know what Dennis is saying, that they haven't seen it before, so he has to see it to believe it. But I'm analyzing what's in front of me, right? For example, I'm seeing someone that hasn't won the Olympics before gold medal, but I'm seeing them ahead of the rest, and the rest are limping behind. I'm going to assume that that person will win the race, right? I'm not going to say, oh no, they're going to stumble. No, I think, logically speaking, if I put my money on somebody to win the league, even though I don't bet, I would choose Arsenal this season. It wouldn't be the case last season. It might not be the case before the season before. It would be the case this season. And especially because Arsenal have an easier second half of the season than City as well. Just easier on paper.
You called Mo earlier on mentally challenged. I think you're the only one mentally challenged.
How did he not get banned for that? That was rude.
Who the fuck whose arrival does not rate Pep Guardiola? Who doesn't rate him?
Look, my fan base has this weird
like
obsession.
not rating Mo is like not rating KDB.
I know.
Like not rating Rodri. Like what we're doing here. Everyone rates
Paz
Pep.
doesn't. Paz doesn't. Paz.
Yeah, my fan base has this
Understand.
weird obsession with Pep out, but if Pep was out, every single team in the league would want to hire him, including
100%.
Arsenal and including
100%.
Liverpool. They would sack
No, I'm
Arteta
thinking
and
about
Slot
that.
immediately for Pep Guardiola.
No,
they
you're
would.
not. No, you are not.
They would
Yes, I
sack
am.
Arteta immediately
Come
for Pep Guardiola.
You aren't keeping Arteta over Pep any
Be
day
quiet,
of
my
the
friend.
week.
No universe.
This is so
Yeah,
Stop
Slot
the
is out
bullshit.
immediately.
Pep's a fantastic. He's one of the best managers ever, but I don't think he's one for the future. I think he's more like he's got one eye on retirement rather than.
Is he saying
winning
Pep is
Premier
According
League.
to
finished?
who? Why did you call him
saying-
and ask him?
One
I've
eye
seen-
on
I've seen
retirement.
scratches
Based
on his
on what?
head. Looked like he was
One
riding
eye
like
on
Kelp
retirement.
I think Pep is very intelligent. Let me tell you what I think Pep's plan is. This is what I think Pep's plan is. He thinks probably I won't be able to do what Ferguson did at the same club. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it at multiple leagues and multiple clubs. I think after this, Pep is going Italy. I can
Maybe he
smell
does
it.
international football. I don't know.
I can
But I don't
smell
think- I
a
don't think he wants
Juve
to
or
do it.
Napoli thing for like 4 or 5 years. No bullshit. Where he wins 4 or 5 Serie A's in a row. And he's like, yeah, I might not have 13 Premier Leagues, but guess what? I've got 5 Serie A's, 3 Bundesligas, 4 La Ligas, and 7 Premier Leagues. So can we talk now?
I got some more Champions Leagues along the way too.
Yeah, and the Champions League as well.
Wait, City
He's
won the
got 3 of
Champions
them.
League?
3,
Oh.
4, 2.
Bro, let's be
No.
honest. Every club in the planet is taking Pep Guardiola to manage them.
No.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm sorry.
If Pep leaves Man City tomorrow, every club, even if you're happy where you're at, you're taking Pep. Barca's asking about Pep. Liverpool's asking about Pep. Bayern, even at the top, are asking about Pep. Everyone wants Pep Guardiola. Literally everyone. Stop it. Stop it right now.
No.
Let's not waffle, guys. Can we respect Pep Guardiola, please? Like, let's not do this. I take Pep in a heartbeat. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I
No.
take
That's
Pep.
why. That's
Would you
why I
take-
don't understand anyone in my fan base saying Pep out because like the rivals are just going to be like, yes,
I agree
we
with you.
want
Would you
him.
take Alonso? Would you take Alonso now?
Me?
Sam would take anybody again.
Me?
Ahead of Arne
No,
Slot.
no.
Yeah, you would take
Me or
anybody ahead
Ken?
of Arne Slot.
I'm
You,
Pep, so no, I would not take Alonso.
Of course, I
I'm
would take
Pep in.
Alonso. Are you fucking crazy? By the way, do you know that Alonso, even at Real Madrid, won 70% of his games?
By the way, pairs, anyone would win 70% at Real
Did
Madrid
you
with
watch
the
him
likes of these
playing those
players.
games? Like,
Manager-
some of the
Have you
worst
watched him-
Real
have you
Madrid-
watched the games?
Stronger teams have had worse
Have you
memory.
watched the games?
Yeah,
I'm
La
sorry,
Liga's
guys.
dead.
Every time I watch Real Madrid this season, especially against Atletico Madrid or against, tactically, the bums, right? Tactically, bums. There
That's
is no
because Xabi Alonso
style.
is a tactician, and the Real Madrid players, you know this better than anyone. They need like a manager type. You know this.
Wow.
Okay,
The
but
narrative
I'm sorry. This Xavi Alonso thing, I like. Listen, he did madness against Leverkusen. I'm not gonna sit here and say and lie and say I watched the Leverkusen
One win away
games.
from
They
being
were
invincible treble. You know how mad that is?
fantastic, and he got schooled by Gasperini in the final with Adomalo Lukman and
Yeah, that's
Scamacca up top, which is
But that
fantastic.
happens to the
But what I'm
greatest.
saying, I'm not slagging him off. Just let me finish. I am saying
Pep Guardiola got schooled by Thomas Tuchel. Pep Guardiola got schooled by Thomas
I need to
Tuchel.
talk. I need to talk.
Pep Guardiola got
I need to
schooled
talk.
by Thomas Tuchel in the Champions
I need to
League.
talk. I need to present my point. Managing by Leverkusen and winning invincible with them is good and great. Going to manage the likes of Real Madrid, where
It's not
even
good
with a
and
70, Ya la ilaha illallah,
But you're
Muhammadun
doing being
Rasulullah.
wrong. It's
A'udhu
not
billahi
good
min
and
ash-shaytan
great,
rajim.
it's elite.
La ilaha illallah.
It's fantastic. He won Leverkusen, the Bundesliga, invincible.
How
Leverkusen,
long are you going to dine out in that for?
good and great. Good and great is winning Bayern a trophy. Not Leverkusen, good and great. احترم نفسك. That's Xabi Alonso we're talking about here.
Let me talk. I don't care if it's Xabi Alonso. I don't care anybody. Let me tell. Managing a team like Real Madrid and actually losing El Clásicos against Barcelona this season, actually not performing well in the league, right? Is actually the pressure is on. Him going to manage Manchester United, I think is going to go the same way as Amorim. If he manages Liverpool and it doesn't go well, teams are not going to stay behind him like this, right? I know you gotta. I know.
We'll
Big up
talk
my
soon,
man.
guys. Take care.
Absolutely, great extreme. So for me, Xabi, and I want to do the super chats before I talk about this Xabi Alonso stuff. This Xabi Alonso is good and everything,
That's for the game tonight.
but so is Amorim. Let me do the super chats because they're related to what we spoke about. Guys, can we get the likes up a little bit? Gyokeres top speed 34.5, Cisco 35.5, marginally quicker. The problem is the acceleration, actually. The problem is the acceleration, which is what Martin was speaking about. He said the acceleration is slow. So big up Wayne, but the acceleration is not there. Ryan is saying Gyokeres' acceleration is slow, top speed is high. Exactly a response to Wayne.
Yeah, I don't
Basically,
know how
that is
many
the-
meters he needs to get up to top speed, but I feel like it's at least 50 because
Not
I
enough
wanna see
space
the
in the
footage of
Premier
what
League
he's
for that.
He is crazy.
Thank you,
What's
Kil.
not?
Thank you. Kil literally said it. He said there's not enough spaces in the Premier League to run to get your top speed. You gotta have the first 10 steps quick. You know? Big
Sorry
up.
to be Captain
It's
Obvious. but-
in, us as fans should never fall La Liga striker.
Hey, same with
Again.
Darwin Nunes. Never again, man. Never again.
Yeah, Portuguese league is.
Guys,
Unless someone
Mahdi-
scored like
League.
23 goals in the Champions League or some
Although
shit.
Sam,
DKG is pretty good buy from the
do you
Portuguese
know
league.
we fell for it, right? Do you know?
Yeah,
Inter-
even I fell for it, bro. I'm done.
Mahdi Taremi.
I don't give a fuck if
I'm
some
done.
poor striker has 300 goals. I
Hey,
don't care.
man. Everybody's better than Holland until it's time to be better than Holland.
Until it's time to come to the
Goes to
Premier
both
League,
leagues.
seriously, wallah al-azim.
Hey, Kel,
Until
one
it-
thing about me is I never said anyone was better than Haaland. So for me, I've always had Haaland.
And
number
Sure
one.
did after that Community Shield.
You watch
Uh,
MFF, you watch our arguments. I always have Haaland number one, always.
Let me finish. Wayne is saying our overall squad is better than all those squads. Like, what are we talking about, lol? Oh my God. And teams like City aren't that good. We kind of
agree with
discussed this in Lens, Wayne. I agree with you. Arsenal squad is better than all the squads in the league, without a shadow of a doubt. Havertz as a striker, almost 1 GA per 90 respect. He's coming back. We'll see. He's coming back.
Sorry.
Fonzie, big up Mo. Hope all is well. And Forza Juve, my brother, thanks for bringing back the banana kit. Looks great on you. Big up Fonzie.
Wait, what?
Thank you so much.
Oh, Martin.
Why is
you
that the
just-
This is
name?
he's talking about the yellow being the banana kit. That's what he's talking about. Actually, a fantastic kit. Get yours.
Why the
Okay.
nails emoji, Fonzie?
It doubles as a high vis jacket.
Mm.
You can use it.
Pep had to sacrifice control for directness. They can't maintain a high line without elite fullbacks. Matthias Nunes is quick as well. I think Matthias Nunes is good.
Oh, God. I don't think Pep is going for this game today.
Oh,
I just saw the lineup.
not big.
I don't think
he's
Pep
going
level
for it today.
Carabao Cup.
What is the lineup?
Hang on. I just
Is
saw
the
it.
lineup out?
It's
Is it
Trafford.
confirmed?
Yeah, it's just been Trafford, Nunes, Husanov, Elaine, Nathan Ake, Nico O'Reilly is the 6. Wow. Bernardo Silva, Foden, Semenyo, Holland, Doku. I mean, that's good enough attack. I don't know.
So
We don't have a
Semenyo
DM.
right wing?
We just don't have a
I was
GM, so-
correct. He's gonna play Semenyo and Doku together around Holland with
That's gonna be fun.
Foden.
That'll be fun to watch. So this could
But
be,
to be honest
you
with
know
you,
what
I
this
just
is gonna be? This is gonna be a basketball game. This is gonna be a basketball game. This is gonna be. I predicted a 2-2 last night, but this could be a 4-3 or something like that.
You see, Kel,
what is
you
the
see the statement you just made? It's going to be a basketball game. Is exactly why I don't think City will win the league. I'm a basketball expert. Klopp is
Hold
an
on, is he-
expert at basketball games. Like, I've seen that shit. That's why when you got Pep Linders, I was like, basketball game. But yeah, she's right, by the way. 100%.
Hold on, I don't think you guys heard the lineup. He has no DMs. He has Nico O'Reilly, Bernardo Silva, and Foden in the middle. going against
That's gonna
Guimaraes.
get destroyed. That's gonna get.
What
destroyed.
is
But
this?
that's the
What is it?
problem. That's the problem.
This is
That's the
FIFA.
problem.
This is FIFA style. He's playing FIFA style. He's putting all our attack
Because that's what happens when you don't recruit your midfield well and you keep playing Bernardo Silva there in 2026. This is not slandering what he did for 10 years. He's just not that guy anymore.
Hold on. I think someone said in the chat, I think Matthias Nunes is going to be in the middle and Nico O'Reilly as a left back, Ake Alena and Kozanov as right back. He's playing Matthias Nunes. It could be. Let's see what Martin
Nico
said.
O'Reilly is a 6 against Exeter.
did?
He's trying to do it in moments.
Okay. Well, we'll see how they line up. Issues for City fans is that you're comparing us to triple times and four-peat squads. We know we ain't that, but we can win the league different way. That's what we are saying.
I am not comparing you to treble Manchester City. I'm comparing
we're
you
not that team, but
stylistically to you 4 years ago. Forget the treble Man City. Even the City team that just won the league. You had an element of control, which is why we called you Sharks, because all it took was for you to score the first goal and it's fucking game over. That's not the case now.
I agree. I think our Arsenal are just strong.
City could
My
be
Habib Osam is speaking facts on City fairs. Okay, Osam is speaking facts on City fairs.
Thank you, Diallo.
Could you also say that we've never seen this city win the league if they're a different city the last time? You know, so
LTC, you know, I just want to say something. If you are going to use this logic, I will fuck your argument badly. Like, you need to understand, I will not just destroy I'll fuck your argument. Amarim beats Slot this season. Glasner beats Slot this season. Should we look at the list of managers who beat Slot? If we're gonna go with ex-schooled Slot, we'll be here forever. We lost 9 games out of 12, motherfucker. I can name you 9 managers who's schooled Slot right now, brother. So let's
the Leeds manager who we don't know his name.
Hey,
What's
the best manager in the league this season, got schooled by Hertzeler. And
hey,
by
that guy schooled Maresca too. Remember?
Exactly.
With the smackdown.
By the way, I'm gonna tell you something. LTC Slot schooled Arteta twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin. Yes.
I wouldn't say school, but I'll give it to you. Whatever.
Hey, LTC. Name the Plymouth manager. You know who else schooled Slot? Former set piece coach Keith Andrews. Next super chat, please.
Havertz, March Madness loading up. It's gonna be cinema.
March Madness.
Miss you, broski. March Madness is crazy. I'm gonna tell you something. Xabi Alonso is a good coach. I think Slot is finished. I think they should hire. You can hire Xabi Alonso. I'm not sure if Xabi Alonso is ready for a big club like Liverpool or Man United or Real Madrid. I don't think he is. A club that will demand instant success. And also, there is a lot of egos. He couldn't manage the egos. He's not a good man management. And one of the things about Liverpool is man management.
Yes, but in Liverpool, there's like 3 egos. In Madrid, there's 25 egos. There's a difference.
No, there is only Mbappe, Vinny, Rodrigo.
Yeah, even Brahim Diaz is the best player in Morocco right now. Like, Arda Güler is the best player in Turkey. His fucking bench players all have egos. What are you doing here, Mo? Be objective, yani. Valverde is my best player.
No, Valverde doesn't have ego, bro. Come on.
And Camavinga played World Cup finals. Like,
if you, I don't know. I am not on the Xabi Alonso train after watching Real Madrid. You have all these ingredients and man management or not man management, you couldn't come up.
Arne Slot on BN Sports.
What?
Oh boy.
He called him Sawat Taxi. Arab like pundits have zero chill. There is a guy on BN Sport, Abu Treka, AFCON legend. For the ones that watch my channel, they know about Abu Treka. He called Arne Slot taxi driver live on TV, brother. Like, it's just, he's like, this guy has a Ferrari and he's driving it like a taxi. Mo keeps talking about, I'm not on the Alonso train. Tab, are you on the Slot bicycle?
So if Alonso comes to the PL, where do you rank him in the Premier League managers list? If Alonso comes to the Premier League, do you say he's like immediately second?
Same as Slot, second, third, fourth in that range.
Okay, so you don't put him like instantly second, like above all the other managers.
Why? Why would you do that?
I just wanted to see how he thinks of his Alonso.
Okay, I'll answer the question. There are things that aren't a conversation. Pep Guardiola being number one is not a conversation. I'll be honest with you. That's not a conversation I'm even willing to entertain. The only time that, like when Klopp was there, my argument was never Klopp is better than Pep. I always said pound for pound if we consider
No,
money
I'm just
spent.
talking below Pep, like second and
Yeah,
beyond.
I'm saying. Here's the thing.
There's a tier
That
below.
that 2 to 5 area is very, like, you can argue for many.
But
You
what
can
do
make
you
the
put?
argument for
What's your-
Emery. You
what's
can
your
make the
list?
argument for Arteta. You can make the argument for Slot. You can make the argument for Alonso if he comes in. There is an argument to be made. It's not crazy to compare Xabi Alonso to Arteta. It's not an insane comparison. It's not insane to compare Emery to blah, blah, blah. Like they all
I just
belong
wanted
in
to
that.
know
thing.
your list, the Hussam list, the Hussam, like, you know, if Alonso came, what's your top 5?
Pep first. Second, I'd go
Slot's
Arteta.
gone.
Third, Alonso, and fourth, Unai Emery.
Okay, interesting.
Unai Emery, with all due respect, no one's going to change my opinion on Unai Emery. He managed 2 big clubs. He failed at both. I'm sorry. I've given the most fair argument when it comes to Unai Emery. If I'm the manager of 15 clubs, not called Liverpool, Chelsea, City, or Arsenal, or United, I'm choosing Unai Emery over anyone because he will come in and there's no expectation and blah, 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 and he doesn't have to manage egos. Tactically, Unai Emery is very good. But if I'm the owner of a big club, I'm not hiring Unai Emery. I'm just not.
I think I agree totally. I think that he falls down when the pressure gets big time. But it's interesting to see how managers have like got fired but maintained their reputation. Like Maresca seems to have gone up in reputation since he got fired from Chelsea or quit. Amorim seems to have been completely unhireable.
Unfairly.
What's that?
Because we all agree he was fired unfairly. I'm sorry, with all due respect, Arteta and Pep together ain't making Garnacho and Gittins football players. They're just not.
Maybe not. But like Amorim is now, I guess, unhireable because he's got the United taint on him of being the worst manager ever. But he was, before the United, one of the top go-to managers that was next off the rank. So it's interesting to see.
That's why I think if Xabi Alonso goes to Manchester United, he's finished.
He won't.
Because
he won't.
Because
Career
that's,
still.
no,
Everybody
he
finished
might.
and goes to Manchester United.
If you don't get Xabi Alonso, Man United
Long
might
may
get
it
Xabi
last.
Alonso.
He won't do it more.
If Liverpool don't go for Xabi Alonso, Man United will go for him, and he will have to accept it.
Because if you become the
Why
Man
he
United
won't do-
manager, you automatically eliminate yourself from any future possibility of becoming the Liverpool manager. So from his perspective, he will
Why?
always look at that Liverpool job as something he would want to do. If Xabi Alonso were to manage in the English Premier League, he might manage a Chelsea, he might manage an Arsenal, he might manage even a City, but he will never manage a Man United. Because if you're the Man United manager, you'll never become the Liverpool manager, ever. Simple as.
But if Liverpool doesn't offer him, if Liverpool stick with Arne Slot for 5 years, so the guy will put his future on
That's something
hold
that I want to talk to you about. Why have we never considered the possibility of a Bayern, مثلا?
because they have company, and company will not leave unless City come for him.
Okay. Company this year wins them the Bundesliga, but they get knocked out of the round of 16 of the Champions League again. You know what Bayern Munich will do then?
They aren't sacking the guy. They love him. They love him.
They just gave him a new contract.
They love him. They love him. You don't understand. They love the new playing
it's
style that he does. They love the
2029.
tiki-takas and the passing around. They're buying him players, bro. They're buying him more passing players. They love it. Vincent Kompany, number one, Vincent Kompany is
They'll probably
every
make
time
it
I'm
past
watching
us.
him
They'll probably
talk,
have a better
every time
Champions
I'm
League
watching him talk, he's elite. Like in terms of like talking, the guy has passion and all this stuff, you know? In terms of tactics and coaching, he doesn't have the experience, but he has that tactic style that puts you in the, you know, the highest of the highest, passing, you're dominating and all this stuff. We watched him against Arsenal, and yeah, they got dominated by a better team. Arsenal were better.
They're showing Liverpool on BN Sports right now, BN Sports 1. They're showing Liverpool Barnsley highlight, and the first highlight is Barnsley header that hit the post in the second minute. Brother, bring me Alonso, Adi. Bring me anyone.
I actually don't think that you're going to sack Arne Slot.
To coach Liverpool.
He's doing too well to get sacked, isn't he? Like I feel like he's.
Yeah, they are fourth. They might get third this season. They aren't going to sack the guy. Alonso's not going to wait for Liverpool.
Yeah, my
forever.
Liverpool friend in America here says he doesn't think they'll sack him.
I think now that Alonso's available, it changes the conversation 100%.
But can I tell you, Alonso's not even
Well,
better
my
than
friend
Arne
disagrees
Slot.
with
Like, hold on. Alonso, Arne Slot came and won the Premier League. Alonso won the Bundesliga. He won the Premier League, and actually, he didn't win the Premier League. He won the Premier League emphatically because Liverpool lost one game until February. People need to put that in mind. Liverpool were not mugs last season. Slot last season actually had the team not losing any. You lost only, by the way, and even the loss against Nottingham Forest, you fucking peppered the shit out of their goals, right? Like you were the better team, and they just won with one goal.
Yeah.
Alonso's good, yes. It's great what he did, but there are other managers that did a lot of like achievements. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. Amorim literally took Sporting Lisbon, who don't win the league, made them dominant. That doesn't happen. In the Arne Slot one, you said it. Arne Slot won with who?
Feyenoord.
Right? That team that doesn't win, the third team. So yes, he won with Leverkusen, fantastic and great. And he went to Real Madrid and he crumbled under pressure. I want you to imagine him coming to Liverpool and Hussam is sitting on streams.
This season also
imagine on a watch along with imagine Hussam on a watch along and the team is not playing well and Hussam is like, Alonso, you fraud. It's gonna crumble under that pressure. It's gonna crumble.
But here's the thing you need to understand. This year also Slot fumbled under pressure. That's the thing.
100%.
I
don't disagree with
you. Now it's your players. Now you've spent a lot of money. Now there are expectations, and he's fumbled.
I'm not sure, but listen, I want to thank everyone that joined us. This will take you to Husam's watch along or hate along. No, it's not a hate along. Hussam wants both teams to lose. Who do you support in this team?
Newcastle, of course.
Hold on, I thought you don't like Newcastle.
I think it'll be probably a very exciting
Like
game.
more.
I think there's gonna be a lot of back and forth and running. So should be a good
By
game
the way,
for the
Newcastle,
Newcastle.
Ultimate is not playing. Wissa's playing. They are
I'm
playing.
disappointed that Turkey's not playing. I'm very
Unali's on the
disappointed.
bench.
I live for
actually.
Turkey ball. Ryan Turkey, man. That guy's so fun
I
to
don't think
watch.
this is the game for Turkey. I think it's going to be a lot of rough and tumble out there.
It's gonna be a
But Bernardo
fantastic game.
Silva's going to be out there. That guy's going to get thrown. At least beef Turkey, man. He's a bit thicker. He's a bit thicker. He can handle the
Bernardo is the
a little bit
instigator of like everything that he gets into.
He was. He was. He was.
Fuck Bernardo Silva, little rat.
Hussam, favorite player.
Guys, hit the like button before you go. This will take you to Husam's watch along. Thank you, Martin, Kelk, and Dennis, of course. Husam's watch along. We're back later today with counter view with Paz, Javon, Ram, and Patrick tonight for the counter view. We'll see you guys then, and we are out of here, people. I hope I redirected.
Check طيب عادي يعني.
Wallah, I did. I sent you. I did. Watch along. Carabao Cup. Don Hussam.